Do you want to go first?
Dayton Brick Shop is a retail Lego store. We specialize in new sets, used sets, parts, minifigs. We do birthday parties. We host special events.
A lot of people come into this store for the retired sets that they can't get anywhere else. So we definitely have people calling all the time asking, do you have this retired set from, 2000? And they don't always buy them, but they like to look at them. We went to the same grade school.
Went to the same grade school.
And then we went to different middle schools, but then we went to the same high school. And then in high school, we hung out all the time with all of our friends, a big group of friends. We were in show choir together. He was the prop guy. I was the singing person. And then we just have been friends ever since.
So I have been doing Lego since I was probably 3-4 years old. Very specific and very fond memories of getting big Lego sets as a kid. I had what a lot of people call, a lot of the Lego fans call their dark ages, which is generally the time in high school and college when it's not really cool to play with Lego. Then in 2004, I bought my own house. Mom said, come and get your stuff out of the garage. Now that you have your own house, you can get all your stuff out here. My Lego tub was in there, so I dug out my train, put it back together and put it under my Christmas tree, and that has now blossomed into a 7,500 square foot Lego store.
At first I was like, I'm just gonna do this Lego thing with Nick because he needs help. And then I'm like, this is fun. This is fun. I like seeing all the people's reactions when they come in and they see a set that is like unbelievable that they haven't seen in years or they've never seen before in real life. And I'm like, wow, these people are a little weird, a little crazy. But then I became one of those people. We wanted to move to a new store because we were busting at the seams. We had so much product and we had so many things that we wanted to do. We had the tiniest little community room, which originally we weren't going to put any sets in. But because we had so much stuff, we had to start selling out of that room. So that was a main reason why I wanted to move, was because I wanted to have a dedicated space for all the events that we wanted to do.
The room that we're sitting in right now is our community room. It's larger, just this one community room where we do our birthday parties and events and stuff, is bigger than our old space. This is 1,400 square feet. We had 1,200 some square feet. And in that we had an office and a storage room with the 2 sales rooms.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge was finding the place. We wanted to be sort of centrally located in the, greater Dayton, southern, South Dayton kind of area. We wanted to be close to 675 just for the access. But more importantly, we wanted to stay near the fans that were already, with us. We certainly didn't want to move too far away. We spent a lot of money making it what it is now.
We found the place in March and we wanted to move into the place before the summer. We literally we closed at our old shop on Saturday and we reopened here on Thursday of the following week.
Sunday, we had a huge group of volunteers, customers of ours, friends, my kids, my wife, family,
crazy.
Friends.
Yeah.
Rented trucks and moved everything. I wish I would have known that we were going to be as successful as we are in 2020. And I would have just gone with a big building at that point and saved us the hassle of moving.
I think what draws adults to our store is probably the community of other adults that like Lego and the retired and sets you can't really find anywhere else. I found that when we do the BYOB, Bring Your Own Build and Beverage night, we do that once a month. It's the same people that come. We have the same, at least 8 people, and then we'll have a couple people here and there, but a core 8 people come every month. They like being able to be like, hey, how was your month? They've made friends, and I feel like that's one of the really cool things about liking Lego as an adult is you can find your people. You find your people.
One of the biggest things that draws adults to the store, I think, is our selection. We have a lot of stuff you can't find anywhere else. Certainly the retired stuff, but just larger sets that they're really interested in. Adults tend to like the larger models, the ones that will take them a lot longer and are sort of beautiful display pieces. We have those sets, and those are not sets you're getting anywhere else. But what we sell the most of, generally speaking, is Lego. New sealed discount Lego sets. I would say that's probably about 75% of our business. The rest of it would be a good mix of retired, new sealed retired stuff or used retired items. And then our events, the birthday parties that we do. We do birthday parties for, maybe 4 to 5 year olds all the way up to 50-year-old Star Wars fans. We have tons of regular customers. Daily, and I'd say maybe even hourly, we have a regular that walks in. We love that. Yeah. I mean, they are the reason we are here. They're, certainly our target audience, but they've become family to us.
Yeah.
One gentleman that I remember from just the first pop-ups that we had, and when we opened in 2020, gentleman named Jimmy.
My name's Jimmy.
Big Star Wars collector. His goal is to get every Star Wars set they ever made.
As of right now, it's like over 800 sets because Lego has released about 860, 865 Lego Star Wars sets in 20 years or however long it's been going now. So I first got into Lego like as a kid, and then I kind of grew out of it a little bit, lost interest, and then at the beginning of the pandemic, I got back into it. And since then, it's just been a matter of I want to get as many sets as I can. And a buddy of mine was like, "Oh, you should see if there's a world record for it." I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, I'm a quarter of the way there," and I didn't know it was a thing. The closest Lego store for me is in Columbus, and these guys, they sell retired sets. They sell new sets, they sell retired sets. I usually come here for retired ones because it's easier than bidding on them on eBay, and I don't really trust online purchases. So I can come here and be like, "Oh, I don't have that one," or "I need that one," or "Hey, I've never actually seen that one," so I can buy it.
I've had several occasions where I've gotten some really eclectic Star Wars stuff that I knew Jimmy would really be interested in, and I'll hold that off for him back in the office until I see him next time.
When I see someone at least twice, I try to get their name so that maybe I can remember it. I try to say it at least once or twice to their face before they leave so I can remember. It's really fun to have new friends as an adult. It's hard to make friends as an adult, and I feel like I've made a lot of friends in the last 2 years.
We're very blessed to have the following that we have. I think probably the most disappointing thing that I deal with on a semi-regular basis is maybe a beautiful collection that I'd love to own, but it's just not in the cards money-wise. It just maybe doesn't make sense to purchase for the store. I have the same problems every other small business owner has, reaching our customer base, paying the bills, keeping the lights on. But we've been very, very fortunate, especially in the economic situation we were in, the pandemic. I know very, very few businesses that were flourishing during the middle of the pandemic, and ours was one of them. Mm-hmm. The fun thing about doing Lego is learning about it and finding these new sets and figuring out what these minifigures are worth and what sets they go to and putting them back together. And there's a little bit of detective in owning your own Lego store, and there's research that needs to go on to make sure that you're paying the right amount for the sets that you're purchasing in a large group, or even just the one set that comes in off the street from a 6-year-old who got 2 of the same set for his birthday.
I personally want to be able to do things for the community in our community room. People can just come in here and do an open build day. If they just want to come during the day and build, bring a set in and build in our community room. So we just really want the community to know that, we're not just here to sell them stuff, but we're here for them if they want to just come in and hang out.
The classes, the free events that we do, like minifig swaps, the BYOB night that we do for adults, the open build night that we do, some of the other things that we have in the works right now are all about just building a community and being able to socialize. The Lego community has this sort of feeling of being ousted sometimes, I think, because it might be a kid's toy when you talk about the AFOLs and the adults that love Lego. When they're here, it's all just like one big family. Everybody likes to be around each other because we all have that, same common interest. We all feel welcome and at home with one another. We want that feeling of inclusivity, and doing those events, I think, is the main goal, and bringing the community together.